years after 4 were found guilty of raping and then brutally murdering a 23-year-old girl on a bus in New Delhi, the Supreme Court will finally rule on whether they should be executed or given life imprisonment. Now, the court had closed hearing in the matter on March 27th and will decide on the final sentence today. Earlier, the defense had argued that the Supreme Court must take into account mitigating factors such as the young age of the accused and the fact that the evidence against them was partially circumstantial. The state had, however, argued that given the horrific nature of the crime, there was no scope for any relief or any hope for reform. On December 16, 2012, a young girl had boarded a private bus along with her friend in the late evening. 6 men on the bus, including the driver and his help, who was a minor, took turns to brutally rape and then assault her. They then left her on a busy road in a grievously injured state. Doctors battled to save her life for nearly a week before she died. The incident had sparked massive, spontaneous protests in New Delhi and across the country, with protesters demanding better security for women. Now, when Nirbhaya, which is not her real name, was raped and murdered, the entire country was up in protest. Politicians made promises to ensure women's safety. However, 5 years on, little has changed for the women of the country. Will death or life imprisonment in the legal case against those guilty of murdering Nirbhaya change this reality? Better policing, including women marshals on buses, stricter punishment for sexual assault and a change in rape laws were among some of the promises made by those who have the authority to implement them. 5 years on, none of these have been completed. India is still ignominiously tops the charts when it comes to violence against women. Recently, WION reported on an actress who gave a provocative claim that most girls in the country had faced some form of molestation before they reached their teens. Now, let's take a look at some of the numbers. Nearly 100 women are raped every day in India, and at least 6 in Delhi alone. Every 2 minutes, a crime is committed against women in India. A poll in 2015 ranked India as the 4th most dangerous country in the world for women. Now, these numbers alarm as much as they reveal what is wrong with our system. And it has not gotten any better through the years. On your screen are 2 scenes, one from the massive protest against Nirbhaya's murder in 2012 and the other one from a molestation caught on camera earlier this year. Both images tell the same story. The more India has changed, the more it remains unchanged, at least for the women of the country. Over the years, several recommendations by various eminent panels on the subject have not enforced any change. Successive governments have been content with talking about the issue and not delivering on their promises. Perhaps the need of the hour includes stricter law, which can be enforced easily to provide a stricter deterrent to sexual assault. Women must also be made aware of their rights through information programs.